Sean P. Diddy Combs was once a towering presence in the entertainment industry, a symbol of success, wealth, and unparalleled influence. His journey to the top seemed to happen in the blink of an eye, as he transformed from a producer and rapper into a global music sensation. His ventures ranged from clothing lines to vodka brands. Diddy became a cultural icon, mentoring younger artists and representing the pinnacle of the American dream.
And we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
In the public eye, he was a dynamic force, known for hosting extravagant parties attended by stars like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Justin Bieber, embodying the glitz of celebrity life. However, beneath this glamorous exterior lay a much darker and unsettling truth that had remained hidden from view for years. In November 2023, the carefully constructed image of Diddy began to unravel when Cassandra Ventura, known as Cassie, took a courageous step by filing a lawsuit that sent ripples through the entertainment industry. She accused him of sexual assault, physical abuse, and violent incidents fueled by drugs. Her disclosures painted a disturbing picture of a man who, behind the scenes, misused his influence in profoundly harmful ways. Although the matter was quickly settled with a financial agreement, this was just the beginning. Cassie's revelations sparked a wave of others to share their harrowing experiences, some dating back 2 decades. Before long, Diddy found himself engulfed in a scandal that intensified with each passing day. By December 2023, a wave of new allegations emerged as numerous women and even some men began to speak out against Diddy, claiming he had orchestrated a disturbing pattern of abuse that far surpassed public understanding. These were not merely isolated incidents. Rather, they formed a systematic cycle of exploitation hidden behind the veil of his fame. Victims recounted being invited to exclusive gatherings dubbed freak-off parties, secretive events allegedly fueled by drugs and alcohol, where vulnerable individuals were coerced into participating in unsettling and often violent sexual acts. These were not casual meetups, but rather carefully orchestrated spectacles, with reports suggesting that Diddy himself recorded some of these events for reasons that remain both unclear and unsettling. As more allegations surfaced, the situation only deteriorated. Testimonies from victims and insiders revealed that these freak-off parties involved not just sexual coercion, but also threats, blackmail, and manipulation of power dynamics. Participants described feeling trapped as if they were pawns in a game designed to satisfy the powerful at the expense of those with lesser status. As time passed, it became harder for both the public and law enforcement to ignore the situation. In March 2024, Homeland Security conducted raids on multiple properties owned by Diddy in Los Angeles and Miami. To everyone's astonishment, they uncovered an overwhelming cache of digital devices. Over 90 cell phones, laptops, and hard drives were confiscated, potentially containing years of damning evidence. Investigators believe these devices held videos and images. The sheer amount of evidence left little doubt that Diddy's empire was on the brink of collapse. With growing suspicion in the air, more celebrities began to make vague comments that hinted at the strange and unsettling atmosphere surrounding Diddy's inner circle. Usher, a longtime friend and collaborator, spoke of bizarre experiences he had witnessed during their time together. Others referred to flavor camps, exclusive retreats run by Diddy that appeared innocent on the surface, but as some suggested, concealed much more troubling activities. While many in the entertainment industry have distanced themselves from Diddy, some remain too afraid to speak up, uncertain of the potential fallout or what further revelations might arise. September 2024 marked a critical moment when Diddy was arrested on serious charges, including sex trafficking, racketeering, and forced labor. These allegations were alarming, implicating him in a scheme of manipulation and abuse that extended well beyond the music industry. He was accused of not only engaging in these despicable acts, but also of orchestrating and enabling them for a prolonged period, with the assistance of those close to him. Despite Diddy's efforts to dismiss the claims as exaggerated or untrue, the mounting evidence suggested that his fall from grace was not only inevitable, but also unfolding before our eyes. The fall of Diddy hasn't just been a personal tragedy, it sent shockwaves throughout the entire entertainment industry. It has shed light on the culture of secrecy and abuse that long thrives behind the Hollywood and music industries, an insulated world where powerful men often safeguard each other, victims through fear, intimidation, or financial settlements. In Diddy's case, however, that silence has finally been broken. The scandal is now starting to seem like part of a much larger pattern of exploitation that has been going on for decades as more victims come forward and more evidence is unearthed. The aftermath of Diddy's arrest is already having repercussions that reverberate across the industry. These public figures, once close to him, have either kept him at arm's length or remained conspicuously silent, not knowing what else may surface. Justin Bieber, who was taken under Diddy's wing early on in his career, visibly took a question about the situation hard, but has otherwise declined to comment. With many now speculating on how much they might have known, if at all, and who else may fall, this story will get even bigger as the investigation unfolds. As this story unfolds, it becomes clear that the entertainment world will never be the same. The unraveling of Diddy's secrets just goes to show how deep corruption runs and how much has been operating beneath the surface for quite a while. This story goes beyond the downfall of a single individual. It highlights the deep-rooted systemic problems that enabled such misconduct to thrive. As additional voices emerge, more revelations come to light, prompting a long-overdue reckoning within the entertainment sector. It feels as though the fog is lifting, exposing those in power who have exploited their positions, and they are finally facing accountability for their despicable actions. The fluctuations in fame among music icons are nothing new. We've seen the incredible peaks of their careers contrasted with the sudden downfalls that can leave lasting scars on their legacies. However, few stories are as dramatic or concerning as that of Sean P. Diddy Combs. These are no whispered accusations in the dark. They are loud, clear, and deeply, deeply disturbing. What started with claims of sexual misconduct has morphed into accusations of human trafficking, physical abuse, and all manners of manipulative behavior over a period of decades. These allegations now paint a rather chilling picture of a man who has led a double life. A man who, behind the glitter of stardom, had wielded his power and influence to control and even abuse those around him in unimaginable ways. It's a story that took an unexpected turn, one which strongly resembles another shocking fall from grace, that of Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein, who had developed such immense wealth and was connected with the elite of the world, enabling him to keep all his dark secrets well hidden for so long, saw finally his empire of excess brought down by accusations of sex trafficking, coercion, and abuse of power. His web of lies unraveled, leading to his infamous demise behind bars under mysterious circumstances. Now, as the accusations against P, the more the mount, the same question seems to recur in the minds of many. In the company of celebrities, politicians, and billionaires, both men navigated their lives while hiding monstrous actions in plain sight. Their wealth and influence created a protective barrier that kept them shielded from justice for years, allowing them to indulge in their most depraved behaviors. But just as Epstein's secrets were eventually revealed, Diddy's past is now emerging. Recent lawsuits, a barrage of allegations, and federal raids on his properties are starting to expose the truth behind the facade of a music icon who once seemed beyond reproach. It follows that Diddy hosted sex-fueled parties, events cloaked in exclusivity, where victims were coerced, drugged, and manipulated, somewhat similar to Epstein's notorious gatherings. Both men are accused of using their power, influence, and intimidation to ensure that their victims remain silent, trapped by fear and the looming threat to their careers or even their lives. As investigators dig deeper into the case against Diddy, a question that has kept many legal experts scratching their heads is, will Diddy meet the same tragic end as Epstein? Epstein's death in his jail cell under suspicious circumstances started worldwide conspiracy theories that continue to hound his case to this date. Now, with Diddy awaiting trial in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, the same prison where Epstein was found dead, there is a growing number of people fearing that history may well repeat itself. It is just a little too coincidental that the similarities in their cases are there, and many wonder whether justice will finally be fully served on Diddy, or if his case also will have that shadow of uncertainty, as in the case of Epstein himself. Far from being done, the investigation into P. Diddy has raided his gilded mansions, properties once filled with high-profile guests and the trappings of fame, only to uncover a far darker reality. Investigators are combing through what might have seemed like a mountain of evidence, pointing to years of abuse and exploitation. Now, the richness of Diddy's world seemed to have become an unlucky veneer, concealing the incidents of crime and exploitation that had been happening for years with impunity.